Hi, welcome to another episode of Stone Coyote's Garage, where we build stuff and get interrupted by notifications. Oh, it's gonna be like that, is it? Alrighty then. Not sure if this is the game I was doing a build-along log with, or devlog, or whatever you want to call it. But it's probably a good one to do it on. I have a bit of a setup here already, but not a whole lot going on. And, just in case this isn't the one that I was doing before. Oh, come on. Yeah, at least it doesn't say who it is, right? I'll give you a breakdown of what the game is. It's to the end of an era. Yeah, that's it. To the end of an era. It's a little bit of a over-complex name, but it's basically just ToThEE. Looks like we got something for inside the home and the neighborhood. So, oh wow, that thing looks trippy. Why is it like shimmering, yo? Hold on. Do we have two landscapes here? No, it's just being shimmery. Weird. So, one. There we go. That stopped the shimmer. It's just contacting the world grid, it seems. I'm pretty sure this isn't the game that I was making on this devlog, but oh man, I better find out what is going on. Hold on. That's a lot of messages. Nope, just cat stuff with the bestie, nothing to worry about. Alright, so into the world has ended. I mean, it's still there, and people are still alive and stuff, but some mysterious thing happened, whole bunch of people dropped dead, It's your job to just get on by and survive. ToThEE was originally a text adventure on Dreams, as many of my game projects were. Thank you, bestie. Yes, the kitty cat is adorable. Thank you. Absolutely. Moving on. You're one of the survivors in ToThEE. Gotta find food. Keep your home, all upkept and not destroyed, and able to keep out wild animals and other survivors if need be. This isn't an online game or anything. By other survivors, I mean NPCs and the such. And it was really more of a linear story as a text adventure. You could move between areas and take care of stuff and keep your home up and stuff, but it was mostly a linear adventure. This is a bit more of a survival simulation. It's gonna use a lot of the concepts that I refined working on Cool Water. It'll actually pretty much be the core of it will pretty much be Cool Water's core. I'm not going to exactly just copy stuff over, but it's going to be done in the same way. There's not a lot of human characters in ToThEE. At least in the very first chapter, there's only one other human. A couple of animals. I'll have to find models and animations and whatnot for those. That can be a little bit tough on the cheap. Let's see, but basically you explore places, you find the stuff you need, you survive, and you gain the ability to explore further places. That's the gist of this one's gameplay loop. There's no zombies, there's no plague you have to watch out for, you aren't dying if you you aren't dying from some dot that you can't take care of. I mean, yes, you can get sick, you can get stuff like tetanus if you aren't careful, much like in Cool Water, but it's stuff you can avoid as a player, And, of course, there's a little bit more management than Cool Water because the cooking is going to be a little more involved for ingredients and the actual craft. And there's also a car that you can have. Not sure if I'm just going to make that default because I think it'd be a really cool limiting factor if the fuel pumps don't work in the town, because of whatever happened. So your car has whatever fuel you have or whatever fuel you can find. It's basically like a limited resource that you should learn to only use when absolutely necessary because you need it for the second act. I figured that'd be a cool little hook. I don't know if people will like it or not. I mean, I'm designing the game so you can pretty much go anywhere without the car, but it would make it easier. The gist of the game is going to be looting and crafting, though. So, with all that in mind, if I hadn't explained all that before, if I did explain all that before, sorry, I had to put up with that again. That in mind, it seems that I've started making some basic stuff. Interfaces are the way we avoid, dependencies or whatever they're called. Oops. Well, yeah, there's that. But, size map. Well, I have a little rundown tutorial about the size map on my channel on YouTube, so if you really want to figure out what I'm talking about there, go ahead. But interfaces are a magic way to make things less dependent on each other, and therefore more performant. Okay. So I clearly started this recently, because I've been using a storyteller that talks to the instance. Do I have an instance? Let's find out. It doesn't seem so. How odd. Yep, blueprint class. Game instance. Great. GI for game instance. To the end of an era. Okay, open that up. Great. Do I have a save game going on? Oh man, I don't have anything going on in ToThEE, which is good for learning for people. Don't have interactive objects. Don't have an input context. Don't have any characters. Does first person have anything? Oh, that's a level. Oops. Blueprints. First person character. Nothing specific going on. Okay. Do I have any structs or anything yet? I do. Can I do this? Does that work? It does not. Okay. Player data. I assume I have a player struct. Yes, I do. ST player. Oops. Vehicle data. Don't get a Razer keyboard, folks. Mine doubles up on letters sometimes. ST vehicle. No. What is it? ST car, I see. Okay, what else we got? Well, we're gonna want to save the inventory. Basically, I do all my saving through the game instance. I believe that's the most effective way. Efficient, effective, effective. So everything that I'm going to be saving should have a variable on the instance, right? Okay. I think well, now isn't this interesting? Well, we'll let it autosave. Good job. Let's make a new struct. For progress. What else, I wonder? Where's building, car, dialogue, inventory, items, PCs. Yeah, that should do. Alright. Current tasks. Task. And let's make that an array so we can add as many as we need. Okay. Game progress. Single progress. As I said, there's only one NPC in the first chapter. But for future use, let's best to just make an array of them. Right, okay. So, NPCs, progress tasks. Vehicle. Data. Single. And this BST building. Yeah, there's nothing in them yet. I haven't done much. Clear data, vehicle data, inventory, current task, game progress, NPCs, home data. I can't think of anything else. That I need to do. Thinking that I could probably use something like a current location struct. And this wouldn't be so much actual positional data as information about where you are. So if you're at Sprawl Mart, it's going to have information about what's on the shelves, all that fun stuff. If you're at the neighbor's house, it's going to have information about what you've taken from there, what you haven't, all that. Bit of an ethereal concept in my head right now. Haven't really thought on that much, but I think that is better to have in case I go that way than to not have. So player data, vehicle data, inventory, current progress, game progress, NPCs. Critters. There are animals you can befriend. So it's best if we have that as well. Player vehicle, inventory, tasks, progress, NPCs, array, and NPCs in progress are in an array. Let's move those to the bottom. Critters should also be an array, shouldn't it? There we go. Don't think anything else is needed. Inventory. There's two main ways to go about inventory. One way is to use arrays of items that dynamically expand the inventory. This is if you have a really open inventory system. ToThEE has a slightly more limited inventory. It's either gonna be a really unwieldy struct or a really unwieldy array. And a really unwieldy struct is slightly easier for me to parse in my brain. So that's probably how I'm gonna do it. Yeah, no? Okay, so leaving that the way it is. Yeah, that should about do the trick. Which means I need to start populating these structs. Let's see what I have. Let's see what I have in car. Anything, of course not. Vehicle type. This can be a tag. Alright. Current fuel. This needs to be, oh, it doesn't need to be a float, it can be an integer. Okay. Front left tire. Condition. This can also be a tag. Front right, left, right. Let's just simplify it with driveline condition. Don't need to be changing the oil and stuff. This is not a car maintenance game, even though I want it to be in my head. It's not gonna be. That wouldn't be as fun for most people. Might add like a mechanic mode or something later on as DLC or something. I don't know. But let's just do these basics. Vehicle type, current, fuel, tires, driveline, body, windscreen. And is locked. Ooh. Before I turn that into a boolean. Battery level. Great. Oh man, okay, yeah, that's gonna be a bummer. Boolean is locked. Headlights on. And this one has to be a float. Radio station's a bit of a almost a gimmick, really, because there's only one radio station and it's related to the plot, so you end up tuning there yourself, but it's always best to let the player actually tune the radio that one time, right? I mean, what's it hurt? Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So, we've got all that going on. Yeah, that should do it for the car. Oh no, hold on. Interior condition. Back to integer, please. That'll do for now. No. We need one more. Storage space. This needs to be a float. No, wrong. Float. Thank you. Because that's going to be one of the limiting factors in how much you can carry as your car's storage space. I don't think I'm gonna use this, but let's go ahead and put that just in case. Okay. So we, oh, right. So, expand all. All of this needs to be saved. I still don't understand serialization very well. But it sorta stands to my logic. And if there's an option to tick something for save games, we should probably tick that something, right? Okay, we got the car basically built. Here it is. Compile, save. Now we can set all this stuff. Okay, so did that. Current location just needs to be a gameplay tag. I'm not sure if this will be best in the player struct, since it's just a freaking tag. But this will allow me to do stuff like put how much of the stuff you've looted, all kinds of crazy stuff. I don't know yet, but it seems like a good thing to have. Okay, do I have anything on dialogue? Of course not. So dialogue structure is just a thing we use to make it a little bit easier to populate dialogue. So we need a speaker name, which is actually best as text, I believe. It doesn't need to be multi-line, doesn't need to be saved. Okay, text, dialogue, content, text. I don't think we'll need it, but total pages, int. And speaker portrait should be image. Okay. Responses. These can be text, but I'm thinking I can set them as an array. We'll find out. Yes, update yourself. Okay, I think that's all we need from dialogue. Inventory, I can populate as I create it, but house key. Don't have those because you can choose a bicycle. Don't really remember what else I'm gonna have. Making this up as I go. But now it has something on it. Okay. Item information. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use this. This is more for if I was doing the array of items, but at least something has a name in it. NPC info, again, we're gonna need a name, doesn't need to save, it's a name. Is busy. This is a bowl. Don't need any of that anymore. Player info. This is going to get a little meatier. Player name. That's going to get ugly. Yeah, that's what we're going with for now. Okay, so hunger. Int thirst, energy, weird thirst, energy. Oh, that's sad. Soreness. What the heck? Okay. Current location for save game purposes. This is a vector, I believe, because we don't need to scale anything. Well, what's all this then? I see. Okay. Player need anything else at the moment? Don't need that, don't need that, don't need to know if it can move in this. This is just stuff to save. Actually, what does it hurt, right? And move. There we go, that should work. You're probably going to want to save the name, save all the stats. There we go. It's for the best, I tell you, for the best. Okay. What else we got? Progress and task. There's probably no reason progress can't just be tags in the player. Alright, that should do for that. Now, do I have a save game? Leash. Save game. I really don't have a save game object? Wow. Impressive. Save game object underscore ToThEE. Copy. Paste. Copy. Look toasty. really satisfying work right here. He said, oozing with sarcasm. Okay, so we got the save game set up as far as I know. Alright. What do we have for our inputs? Nothing. Interact. I don't. Yeah, we'll need a couple more. Menu. Inventory. Should be good. Go into default. Go to mappings. Let's see. 2. 3. That's all of them, right? Yep. Okay. Expand all. Oh my. It really expanded all. Oops. E. B. I like to do this escape, but that's really hard to test with. You know, okay, look, closed. Move closed. Jump closed. Okay, oh wait, did I forget to do that? Nope, it's from the input actions. Okay, pressed released, pressed released. I could change that, but I don't feel like it. Okay, great, got that set up. Right, what's next? So, now we need to start putting the game itself together to know what we need. Which means this is a perfect place to break for now. It's a 40-minute recording already. So, in the next episode, if I remember what I was doing, we're gonna I think it's best if we start by adding a lootable item somewhere. Building a small tester level where we can start figuring out all the basic interactions and stuff, how it's going to jive together. I don't think I have a detection system set up on this one yet. I use line traces from the camera on specific events. It'll make sense when you see it. So, next time we will build a small level, probably the player home. Give a few things to interact with. So, I'm thinking probably some food, some drink, something that can entertain the character, and something to show what the character has lost by the world ending. Ooh, creepy, yes. That'll do. Save up, and I'll catch y'all next time.